as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Lobos offense will get the... ball first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out. Turning it on. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. The run to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Guys, let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with the commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. So Clemson's offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, New Mexico. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He wants to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick-6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Running to the left. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Lobos in the hurry-up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Let's it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Give to the back. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Gonna run it. It's Landry. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
From the gun on third down. Zings it complete to the right. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. A run for the quarterback. Finding open areas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. trying to punch it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Third and goal, where the strong come through. Trying to bully their way in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Hauls it in. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Wide open spaces. The 30. Past the 20. He's at the touchdown, Lobos. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Clemson jumps to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, he's been showing off his skill and athleticism all game long so far. He's got speed, he's got quickness, he can make people miss, he can break tackles, and with that run, he's now at 100 yards rushing in the game. This dude is a weapon.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gonna run it. It's Longo. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. Quarterback on the keeper. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
To the air on second down. And the defense got him at the 27. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Clemson is quick to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Sometimes turning your nose up at easy points can come back to bite you, but can they make it pay off by converting on fourth? Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And was there ever any doubt, guys? guys. 4th and goal. You got to turn around. Give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. It's Waddle. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Looking deep down the right side. Hits him in stride at the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Lobos have their offense in high gear. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, New Mexico! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
It's a running room. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Using his legs, it's Landry. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short? Down. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pucks it out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. From the gun, looking for a man. Caught in the backfield, it's Cox. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Takes a handoff. It's Landry. Oh, he's got a chance.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Quick completion on the out route. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Landry. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds a man by himself. Turning it on. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted for the 11th time. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, very few venues provide a better stage than Sun Bowl Stadium as we bring you this first half update of the Sun Bowl from El Paso. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Sun Bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man, with when the rust comes off after that first half and people...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Good timing on the quick out. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Now on the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the tailback. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. To the air on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. The Lobos headed quickly to the line. Off play action. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Lobos are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Bully ball on third and short. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Here comes the Heat. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Lobos!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Lobos will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one.
Turning on the Jets. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my tape. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop him.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Offense in a bunch formation. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got him. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Caught in the backfield. It's Waller. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. This time they'll go to the running game. Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Well, this offense giveth, and then it turned around and giveth it back.
And I think a bunch of people are going to go, why don't they just turn around and hand the ball? I'm not going to hand the ball off every single play. I understand nice big play, the play before, but listen, you got to mix it up. You got to keep them guessing, but you obviously want to have a little more success than a sack.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Lobos come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Unloads to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big...
He's got it. 1st down and more. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the...
Free up the gut. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. Looking for the goal line. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Power football with the run. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The Lobos want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got him downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Gets rid of it. The quick out. There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. This one's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He'll take the deep shot. Got his man. Touchdown, Clemson. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.